The word zero by divine ordinance equals 8 times 8. Bang on the nose. That is the end of the line. That is like bottom line. It is basically the most important number in the entire universe. Zero. Because that's the basis of our entire numbering system. You can have the negative numbers, which are below zeros, or you can have the positive numbers, which are above zero. Well, who is at the center of this whole stage? Mr. Zero. And by divine ordinance, 0 equals 8 times 8 perfectly using, pardon me, only 4 letters. Pardon me. And by the way, the word sneeze glorifies Jesus equals 8 at 8. Sneeze equals 74 equals Jesus. So I just brought more mathematical glory to Jesus by sneezing, using the mechanism that he designed in my body to expel germs from myself in order to keep me healthy. Amen. So 0 equals 64 equals 8 times 8. That's 8 eighths. That's what 0 is in the mind of God. So whenever someone counts down, as in like the space shuttle launch, you know, when they go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Well, the last thing they say is 8 times 8, the glory of Jesus equals 8 at 8. Our whole numbering system, all of math, is all based on the 0. Period. It's probably the most commonly spoken number in the universe because it's the reference point. It's the border between negative and positive. It's the definition of nothing there, nothing left. 0. You talk about an absolute number, well, 0 is it. So now look how those letters knit together. 0 equals 64, 8 times 8. And all 4 letters need to combine together. But it's just brilliant because the E and O, the 2 vowels, it's just brilliant. There's 2. Just as you look at this, you'll see the brilliant symmetry of God. You've got 2 even numbers, and you've got 2 odd numbers. The 2 even letters are Z and R, or Z and R, and the 2 odd numbers are E and O. Okay? And these 2 pairs, the 2 odd letters, the E and O, make 20, which is a +4 number, halfway between 8. And then the Z and the R make 44, which is exactly halfway between a multiple of 8. Genius. And both of those are all factor 8 numbers, the 20 and the 44. So together, 20 plus 44 equals perfectly 64, 8 times 8. Genius. And those 2 pairs are literally knit together. 0. See that? A 2-syllable word. Just genius. It's totally perfect. It's just totally perfect. God only has one chance to write the story of history. He ordained 0 to be the way that it is for the mathematical glory of Jesus equals 8 at 8. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 2 syllables. But now look at the numbers. I want you to see the numbers. You know that 0 is 2 syllables. Well, did you know that there are 2 odd letters in that paired with 2 even letters in that? And by the way, they all add up perfectly to 8 times 8, bang on the nose. So that no one in this universe can even function in the smallest degree without Jesus equals 8 at 8 taking the glory for the whole shebang. Because you cannot have a number system without the 0. There are more zeros in this world than any and no, I'm not talking about the, people who consider, others to be failures, oh, he's a 0. No, there are more zeros in this world. There are more zeros in this world than any other digit on the planet. Period. I myself am staring at a piece of audio recording software that is that has got a whole ton of zeros all over it to reference all the times, the time clock, the chronology of the recording. It's like you're at 0 hours, 00 minutes, and now you're ticking into the seconds. Well, there's always these zeros everywhere in front. Preceding zeros, we call them, preceding digits. They're everywhere. And it is the most, I would say, probably without any hesitation, in any degree, it is the most common digit on planet Earth. The 0. There are more zeros on this planet than any other single digit. Well, if Jesus equals 8 at 8, takes the glory for every single zero, because 0 equals 8 times 8. So that no one even writes a 0, no one even says the word 0, no one even relates to this concept of the 0 being at the center of all math and all numbering, without totally glorifying Jesus equals 8 at 8. And what you have got to understand now is how, in the mind of God, what is the mind of God? He uses numbers and letters combined. He uses letters that equal numbers to make sure that Jesus equals 8 at 8 always takes the glory for everything. Period. So now look at these 4 letters for 0. Okay, and by the way, when you plural, God has you multiple ways on this one, so that when you pluralize the word 0 into zeros, well, you add es onto the end. Okay, and es is 24 888, so zeros ultimately adds perfectly to 88. Okay, zeros. And yes, that is the correct spelling of zeros. Okay, so you add 24 888, now you've got 88. Genius. So in both ways, you've got the plural, and you've got the singular, make gorgeous multiples of 8. Okay, but then look at how God did that. Look at the letters that he used. Just know that God only had one chance to make this the way that it is, and all the billions of occurrences, actually probably trillions upon trillions upon trillions upon trillions upon trillions of occurrences. When you think that every single piece of currency, every single dollar bill, and every single coin all across this planet essentially has some number of zeros behind it. You know, a $10 bill, a $20 bill, a $50 bill, a 100, a 1,000. They all have zeros on them. Okay, all right, yes, this is big. Big stuff. Well, 0 equals 8 times 8. Hello, who takes the glory for it all? Okay, and then furthermore, the 2 even letters make +4. The 2 odd letters make +4, so that all together they make +8 perfectly. 8 times 8. Amen.